Shalom and good day, all. This is Tehillim 29 back again for some DC reviews, and in these DC reviews I'll be covering the DC Sonic crossover along with the Nightwing annual. So let me get things ready for the first one. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with members of the Justice League, with members of Sonic's crew, and what's happening here. As this story progresses, we end up catching up with what's happening with Darkseid within this universe. And of course, we get all the heroes teaming up to take him on. Until last but not least, we do catch up with both Lex Luthor and Mr. Eggman. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now, it's time for the rating of the story, which consists of time, location, and cast. First things first, did we get anything time-wise? No, we didn't. Next is the locations. Of course, the main Earth, the DC one, as well as Sonic's. Next is the cast of characters, consisting of the members that made up the Justice League within the story. We, of course, had Sonic and his crew members. We, of course, had Darkseid, Eggman, and Lex Luthor. For the overall rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the Nightwing annual. So, as we move into the Nightwing annual for 2025, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence, it sort of does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the internal art as we have a look around the middle, beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we get to, follow a book with Grey Ghost and Wonder Boy, and of course one of the characters that are presently connected to the Dick Grayson story, sort of like we're seeing it through their eyes and how they're visualizing parts of the story. And I think it's one of the detectives. As we slowly move towards the middle of the book, we see a bit of a villain that's inside the book that makes an appearance to the person who's reading it. So in some essence, it's a little bit meta within the storytelling. We do finally get to catch up with some superheroes such as Superman, Flash, and a couple of others within the story. As we follow more of this character's story within this annual, we see some of the things that she's got planned on her list. And last but not least, towards the end, I actually quite enjoyed the internal art in this, to which I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, and it worked really well with the story. Next is the area of the story, which considering how far we've gotten with the Nightwing series, references will need to be included. Of course, time, location, and cast. So for references, we got Nightwing issue 127 and also Infinite Frontier issue 6, which was made reference to. Time, long ago, and now were being used within the story. The location being Bloodhaven. We also got to see Spheric Solutions, the Arkham Tower, and of course a bit of a comic store within a comic. Really cool. Cast of characters consisting of Grey Ghost, Wonder Boy, Ms. Pierce, Mayor Grayson, Flash, Superman, Batman, Robin, and last but not least, Nightwing. For my overall rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.